Hello, this is Abby.
Dear Abby, this is gonna be a long one.
Oh boy.
Dear Abby, how do you tell the difference between a new exciting crush and a rebound?
Does it matter?
Dear Abby.
Dear Abby.
Dear Abby.
Welcome to our little corner of the internet. This is the Dear Abby podcast. I hope you stay and hang out with us. See you in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of Dear Abby, episode 20-something. I am looking real sickly. I just took a look at myself on my streaming service, and it is not looking... I look very sun damaged on my face right now. So that's awesome. All right, everyone, gather around for today's episode. Today's episode is about... It's kind of like a New Year's resolution episode, but halfway through the year, because in July, I'm kind of a couple weeks late, but we're halfway through the year. We have around more like 5.5 months left of the year, unless I'm doing the math wrong, which to be fair, I didn't calculate it a lot. I just did it once, so maybe I'm wrong, but it's not that hard of a calculation. Just wanted to give you guys some extra support and attention to maybe some things that we've struggled with our ambitions, our goals, our intentions of this year, and kind of reset on that, hopefully. But first, of course, we'll do life updates, some mental health updates. We'll talk about the, halfway through the year, what we can do. And then we'll get into a Dear Abby voicemail, and then we have a little bit of a game at the end. So I realized I'm not good with the games, but I actually really enjoy them. And I think it just because I talk about some kind of heavier stuff, not even heavier. It's just, I think the heavier we make it, the heavier it feels. So maybe it's just real life stuff, hard stuff. I think just the silliness at the end just kind of hopefully settles everyone before the episode ends. So I do want to do better at finding games. No, they're going to be dumb games. I do want to sometime have more of a YouTube presence. It'd be awesome if more people listened on YouTube, but I'm also not great at consistently posting on YouTube yet because I don't know, my motivation is just down too, but that shouldn't matter. I should post anyways. I do want to do like more physical games or just kind of games that you could watch, but also maybe listen to, but it's just kind of hard to find only podcasting games to play every single time that are different. So life update. I'm moving soon. I've been focusing on what my color scheme is going to be in my new apartment because I don't want to get in there and have no idea what the color scheme is going to be. I want to find the color scheme before, and then if I buy stuff, I want it to match it so it's not just a bunch of stuff all over the place. I want it to be very cohesive. I think this is going to be my first what feels like adult decor place, just more not even elevated. It's just more thoughtful about the way that I put my studio together. So I'm excited to do that. I've never really been good at decorating or interior designing type stuff. I've never really looked into that, studied that, cared about it that much, but I just want a nice cozy place that I'm proud of. I've been trying to figure out the color scheme. I think I've found it. I will not be sharing it. I think the easiest way for me is to look at inspo, of course, see what things I'm drawn to, what things spark joy in me, then pick like 1 to 3 colors, like main colors that I want as like the bolder colors, and then kind of just start to fill in around the blanks, like fill in between, kind of just more accent colors, I guess. And I did this on Clip Studio on the app that I use just to draw like some digital art. It was awesome because you just pick, again, you can use your inspo photos. You can like select the colors and then it shows you what actual color they are. It pops up, you can draw a line with it, and then you can kind of just play around with the colors and the color wheel to match the colors that you have. So that way when I'm going into buying stuff or looking at what furniture or what I should paint this and paint that, or when I'm just looking at the design of the place, I can more easily find the colors that I actually want and will actually look good with everything else that I have. So that's been fun. I'm hoping to do some DIY projects as well on that studio on my new place. I want to do a tile table or a tile footrest or something because I think those are so cute, but I want to do it myself because I heard it's not that expensive to do it by yourself, and I just like doing hands-on things. It feels good. It's very mindful. So we'll see if I actually commit to that. I want to though. That's my intention. I've also swam in the ocean a lot the past couple of weeks, which I talked a little bit about going to the beach and just how I just get burned every time. But I have been swimming in the ocean, which has felt really nice. But also, one time I went with Kian, I think it was last week. Maybe it was the 4th of July. I went sometime, but there were so many people. Not a lot of people were swimming because the waves were massive. But I wanted to get in. And as a kid, I feel like I was way less scared to get in the ocean. Like, it's just more fun. You don't realize how dangerous it could possibly be. And then when you're older, obviously, you kind of learn what danger is and you realize that there's things that can hurt you in this world. And so you're a little bit more cautious, but I don't think it's a horrible thing, but it makes life a little bit less fun, let's be honest. I wanted to just get in the water anyways, and I don't regret it, but it was horrifying because I got stuck in a really bad place when the waves were crashing. And I've also just always had kind of a weak lung capacity, or just I feel like I need to work out my lungs. Like my lungs felt very healthy when I was doing a lot of breath work and yoga, but I don't do as much yoga now. I kind of just do stretching and some breath work, but it's not as consistent and long of a practice as it used to be. So every time I'd go under and I'd get wrecked by a wave or something, like I usually wouldn't mind it because I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. But I started to kind of panic because I felt like I couldn't breathe. Like I couldn't get a deep breath. It's been like that for a while. I think it's just anxiety. Like I can't get a deep breath. Or maybe it's something else. I don't know. So I just kept getting demolished by waves and I was panicking and I looked at Keaton and Keaton was just like doing fine. And he was like so calm and he was like, well, we'll just wait till the set's over and then we can go back in. And I was like, okay. And then later I was frustrated with him because this is just like this is just a classic relationship like misunderstanding. And you're like, oh, actually you're right. But I was frustrated because I felt he didn't care because he was being so calm and I was kind of panicky. And he was like, what did you want me to do? Like start panicking with you? And then you start to breathe more heavily because you see that I'm panicked. And so you're like, oh my gosh, I actually am in danger. And then you start to freak out more. And he did humble me. And I recognize that is way better for me than if someone like just started panicking with me. It was just weird because I've never actually been scared of the ocean. But I don't know. Lately, it just feels like way bigger than it ever has. So, but I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep getting in the water and it'll probably be scary most of the time. But I think every once in a while after the initial fear, it's just fun and it's relaxing. And I'm like, oh, okay. Even though nature is powerful and it could destroy me at any second, but I'm trying to feel safe and have fun at the same time, if that's possible, which I believe that it is. Also, I was thinking about how dumb I feel as a woman getting out of the water when you have a bikini on or something that's less, like not even tight, just if you're wearing a bikini pretty much is, or you know what, or any swimsuit. Bikinis are hard because you have to hold on to it. I feel like when you get hit by a wave or something, or else everything will pop out, especially when you get like a wedgie. There's nothing more embarrassing than being rocked by a wave, getting up on the shore where it's like 1 foot and you have sand all in every crevice and you have to stand up, fix your outfit before you stand up so nothing's hanging out, pull your freaking swimsuit bottoms out of your butt and fix your wedgie and then stand up, or stand up and then fix your wedgie. Either or, it is not a pleasant experience. It is funny though, because we saw this mom and this daughter get wrecked by a wave and they were both dying laughing. I'm like, it really is just how it is. You're like kind of scared, but also it's just kind of funny because you look like idiots. And even just walking out to the beach when I have a wedgie, like if I'm wearing a swimsuit and I just have a major wedgie, like I just feel so dumb picking it before I take my pants off or something. All in all, it was fun. And also scary. That's pretty much it for life updates. We had a girls' night. It was fun. I'm still getting to know the girls here. I mean, I know my sister, I know JC, but even then it's like I just have never really spent one-on-one time with anyone other than my sister, really. So it's fun, but I'm definitely still trying to build a foundation with those friendships and just the newer friends in my life. So it's exciting. It is always a little bit weird hanging out with a group of people that know each other very, very well and you don't really know anyone yet, but they're very inclusive, so that they don't make me feel like an outcast or anything. That's more so just in my head. I've been kind of in my head about just like socially, I get like a lot of social anxiety every once in a while. It just kind of comes and goes. Sometimes I'm so confident and I don't have any like I don't care if I said something dumb or whatever, but sometimes I just am like, ugh, why did I say that? I've been pretty up and down, which is classic. I probably will say that every single week because that's just how I am. My eye is twitching really bad, my left eye. Oh, it stopped. I did some exposures this week. I'm constantly doing small exposures or a little bit bigger exposures. I've had a lot of intrusive thoughts, almost like command thoughts, or, that haven't necessarily made me spiral, but they kind of throw me for a couple minutes. But I definitely don't let it go to the same place that I did before. I was suffering like very badly with OCD. And so now I feel I'm in a better place. So now I'm in a better place with that. But I just kind of wanted to be transparent that I still have intrusive thoughts that still bother me. I sometimes will physically cringe still, or, I just have small compulsions that it's really hard for me to break. And sometimes I'm not clear if they are compulsions or not. So I think I still definitely am on that recovery journey. I'm definitely not at the end of it yet. Don't know when that would be, but I'm in such a better place. So I've also felt a lot of relationship anxiety because I think the more serious things get, or the longer we've been together, we've almost been together a year, I get really anxious about that. And you know what? Every single time I'll go back to saying, no matter what type of anxiety it is, or what your brain or what you're trying to figure out to make yourself feel certain about something or feel like this is the right decision 100%, stop trying to get to the bottom of it. Even like any feeling that I have, stop trying to get to the bottom of the feeling and just feel it. You can't avoid feeling something. So just letting yourself feel it is key. Yeah, don't try to get to the bottom of why a thought popped up or a feeling popped up. Just let it flow, And another thing is, lately I've been hearing a lot of, I don't know if it's just my algorithm. I'm genuinely trying not to be on Instagram as much or TikTok because I don't think it's actually helpful at all to my mental state and just like personally just growing and having peace. So I try not to get them all. Like I try to maybe get on them for like 15 minutes a day, and it usually ends up being longer just because it goes by so fast. And I hate that I don't like that I do that because I just know better. But anyways, I've been seeing a lot of things about just highly sensitive people, and every single therapist I've ever gone to, they've always been like, yeah, you just feel it. I feel like everything that you say is just, you're highly sensitive. And what that comes from, don't know, don't care. I just am sensitive. And I love that I'm sensitive sometimes, but other times I think it's not fun. Definitely, because I do be getting scared at night always, every single night, like when the sun starts to set, or, I would say 80% of the time I feel really, really anxious at night. And I was reading about how that's obviously a sign of sensitivity. And you're also just intelligent because you're aware that at night throughout history is always when some of the worst things happen and when you are kind of in more danger, just because you're more vulnerable because you're asleep and it's dark. So it's not like, and that's not to scare anyone. I think it's more so kind of beautiful. And I think I'm trying to look at myself and like those anxious parts of me as just an awareness of our fragility as a human, and to not be careless in how I act and careless in everyday scenarios. But, finding a balance of not taking life too serious, but also being okay that sometimes I get anxious and I feel a little bit scared at night because throughout history and probably just genetically, I don't know, maybe my body remembers from generations before me how dangerous it is because we used to live. I don't know. There's just small things like that I think instead of feeling like shame around it, I think it's just helpful to think that you're probably just sensitive and pretty intelligent. And that's why you think about things maybe other people don't even think about. And doesn't make you a freak. It's a beautiful thing. But also if you're not sensitive, that's also okay. Okay, halfway through the year, you guys. It is July. We have the rest of the year until December, and then it's a new year, which would be 2024, which is kind of crazy. I don't want this episode to be like so focused on today's gonna be the most important day in your life and it's going to change you forever, and what I say is going to change your life forever. It's like I'm not saying anything that crazy. I'm not too concerned with change overnight. That's not really my life philosophy and what I believe. I think it happens very gradually and slowly. Yeah, I don't want to give the spiel of you have to you can't miss one day at the gym. That's more of like a guy's like alpha thing. So I have like a couple questions. I have a couple questions that I wrote down to kind of maybe reinstill some of the things that you wanted to do at the beginning of the year, and just you want to, I don't know, just things to refocus on pretty much for the rest of the year. Because I think when you reflect back on how much you've grown in a year, a year's a short amount of time, but it's a long time. I definitely get caught in the trap of then I'll feel this way, or when this happens, then I'll feel fulfilled or whatever. And I just am a big believer that we can be so peaceful, at peace and joyful and content now, even if we have depression, even if we have anxiety, OCD, whatever if it's mental health, physical health, we can still find or create contentment and create joy and create gratefulness. But it is not easy, and it takes a long time. It's not just like a one time, I'm going to be grateful for the rest of my life forever. No, for me, it's been very gradual and just daily trying to shift my perspective little by little, thought by thought, action by action, just small things. Okay, so I have, what relationships did you want to strengthen at the beginning of the year? And what relationships now do you want to strengthen as well? Maybe what you wanted at the beginning of the year has changed now. So I think that's why it's a good time to check in. And maybe some relationships that you had at the beginning of the year, you don't even have anymore. So those look completely different. And that question will be different. The answer will be different than it would have been, 6 months ago. What is something you're putting off? Is another question I had. I feel like that one's pretty obvious. Just what's something that you know you need to do or believe that you need to do, but you're putting it off because you're scared of change, you're scared of letting something go, which is kind of the next one. Like, what's something that you're holding on to that you believe maybe it's time to let go of? It could be so many different things. It could just be a simple mindset, a thought, a fear, on the bigger scale, a relationship. And then we have to let things go in order to create space for new stuff, new opportunity, new feelings, new relationships, new starts, like a fresh start. You have to let go of certain aspects of yourself that you're so comfortable with, but you're not your bad habits and you're not your habits. You get to decide what those are, and you can create yourself. You can create who you want to be. Let's all just reshift our focus onto what that is. With, again, grace and compassion and patience with ourselves as well as everyone around us. Definitely have patience with yourself and understanding that it is very hard to change. That's one of the hardest things. That's why a lot of people don't change, because it is hard, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. It's very possible. What's something you're not letting yourself enjoy? This one was more so for me because I still find myself not letting myself enjoy certain things, or not letting myself laugh really, or just like let loose. I feel really guilty when I do with very innocent, normal things. Just like a normal song that's not like disgusting, just like a normal, good, fun song. And I feel like I can't enjoy it. It could be a relationship. It could be a connection, a relationship. It could be just being with your friends. It could be eating candy or eating healthy food. I don't know. There's so many different things that I was thinking about the other day how much I shame myself for lying around and getting rest, because I feel, because I've been in such a weird traumatized state, like my nervous system has been so, and I did not know that the human brain and body could feel to this capacity. Which is a weird thing to feel and makes you feel a little bit crazy, but then feel like coming out of that a little bit, which is beautiful. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful, but I've been so tired lately, and it's a different type of tired than when I was depressed. And when I get depressed, that's more of like a doomsday tired where I don't even want to, I don't know, but it's more so I just want to relax. Like, I just want rest. I want to rest my head. I want to rest my mind. And my body's finally getting to a place where I can, without thinking about anything, without trying to figure out all the mysteries of everything. It's been so nice, but it's so hard to let that go. It's so hard to let myself relax. It really is. That's probably one of the hardest things still for me, is to just let myself be at peace, because I've just got so used to and so comfortable with being chronically stressed and worried. So it's something I'm working on, and it might be a long freaking time until I'm really, really good at it. But that's what I want. I want peace. I want chill. I want fun. I want simple. I want knowledge. So I guess those are my intentions moving forward for the rest of the year. What's something you want to learn more about? Speaking of knowledge, that was another question. What's something you want to learn more about? And then what's something, if you could skip all the training and the time, and don't even think about that, but then you get the end result, what would that be? What's one or two of those things? Like for me, it would be dancing. If I could skip, if I'm not thinking about the time that it would take, the training, it would be so worth it for me to be a good dancer. It's fun for me. It's lighthearted. I get to move my body. I get to express myself. I would do it. And so I think sometimes when I think about things like that, and I don't even think about how to get there, but I just think of what is the end result that I want so badly. Because then when I'm actually training for it and I'm taking the time, I just remember that, compared to other things that I'm like, I'd be like, why did I do this? But that's something that would be so rewarding to me and so good for me. So I don't know. I just had that. So those are all of my questions. I think some way that we can refocus is almost just to slow down again or speed up whatever you're not doing. So if you're going go, 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 maybe take a couple hours in the morning and don't do anything. Don't watch TV. Don't listen to a podcast. Lay in bed and just be present with yourself, your emotions, whatever thoughts you have. Just be present with yourself. Look around you. If you are starting something new, or if you're a student, an entrepreneur, or you just have a day-to-day like 9-to-5 job, just maybe slow it down. You don't have to be going 110%. Don't try to prove anything to anyone. Just take it slow. When you have a constant go, 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 perfection, almost energy, it can get you can get so burnt out. It's just not that sustainable. So yeah, slow down maybe. And if you're going too slow, that's fine. You'll get back on you'll get back in the hang of things. Stop trying to get to the bottom of things. If you don't want to do something, stop trying to get to the bottom of it. And this is more so my anxiety girlies and OCD girlies and guys. Stop trying to get to the bottom of it. Why am I not wanting to do who cares? Just do it. Just do it. And maybe sometime down the road, it'll make sense as to why you didn't want to do it. And that will be amazing. But I think sometimes that's just kind of how we procrastinate. Like, why am I procrastinating? I don't know. I don't really know right now. Maybe your subconscious isn't going to even allow you to know yet. So just get up, start doing the things that you want to work towards, and then maybe someday you'll kind of understand that. But we got this. We got 6 months left of this year. It's a beautiful year, 2023. We've had a couple of rough years. Things have gotten a little bit more normal after COVID and everything like that, but I think there's still a lot of horrible things happening in the world, and definitely take time to feel your emotions, feel the heavy things happening in this world, and definitely don't be ignorant to them, because that's also not very helpful. Just be present with yourself, present with your, other people around you. You guys got this. You're going to have a great rest of the year. Keep your chin up, Buttercup. Okay, let's do this thing.
Dear Abby, I just want to start out by saying I absolutely love the podcast, and I have a little bit of a situation. I'm, in a few months, going to be moving away from my family, my friends, my home where I've grown up, and everything I've ever known, to go to school and pursue my passions. I'm super excited, but part of me is a little bit anxious. In this new place, I'm not able to do my regular hobbies. I'm moving from somewhere that has a lot of mountains around it to somewhere that's very flat, and I'm not going to be able to go hiking. As of right now, whenever I feel anxious or overwhelmed, I go on a hike, and that seems to pretty much solve it, but I'm not going to have that option anymore. My question is, how do I find new hobbies, make new friends, start a new life in somewhere that I've never been. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to hear your response. Bye.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's very exciting and horrifying at the same time. Something that I had learned in yoga teacher training was how like anxiety and excitement can feel very similar. And it's kind of like the opposite sides of the spectrum type of thing. So you're probably feeling anxious because you are very excited and you know it's going to be something that's going to probably change you. And you're going to probably shed some layers and learn more about yourself. I am not a hiking girl whatsoever. I actually don't like hiking. So I can't relate on the hiking thing at all, but I can relate on having a hobby that is just your go-to thing to use to kind of help with your anxiety. I think the reason maybe hiking is so awesome is just because you're out in nature, you're being mindful, you're looking at the things around you. And I guess I don't really know where you're moving, but there might be nature walks there. So you could go on runs, do a nature walk and run. It'll be a different scenery. And I think it'll just take a long time to get used to. When you first move somewhere, I feel this big rush of excitement and nerves, and it's new and it's exciting. And then once it kind of dies down, you can become a little bit sad and just kind of regretful, or not even regretful, just like when are things going to feel normal, or when am I going to feel normal again? And I think the best advice I could possibly give is when you leave, you don't have to, it doesn't mean you don't love the things that you did when you were in your hometown, and you don't have to not love your family anymore, or not love your hometown, or not love hiking. Those are still very big parts of you and always will be. But now I think is a time where you can kind of let some things go that you're holding on to so tightly. Again, doesn't mean like forever or to never want to go back to those roots ever again. I think that's very grounding and important to remember always. But to find more out about the world, about yourself, and experience it, to just let some of those things go, to open up space, like hiking. Like you said, you love hiking, but maybe just let go of the specific act of hiking and see if there's maybe try to explore once you get there, if there's, like I said, nature walks or other things that maybe are similar. Because when you let things go, you just allow more space for other things that maybe are better than what you could even imagine. I think have a game plan as well. Try to get like a membership to somewhere. Definitely start getting into a routine. It might take a while to get into like a normal routine, but yeah, just get into a routine. Don't try to force any friendships and don't try to force anything. Find what you like to do there and use this time as a time to really be alone with yourself and get to know yourself in a different way. It's very scary and it will be very hard. It will be very, very hard and scary, but just trust the process, trust life and whatever you believe in, if that's God or whatever, trust that and you'll be guided and you will make the right decisions and you'll find the people that you're supposed to find. And that's exciting. And I'm excited for you. Because anytime that I've made big moves like that, yeah, I don't know. It's just a time of self-discovery and exploring the world in a different way. And you'll learn a lot, you'll grow a lot. And again, you can still have just as much love for your hometown and the foundation that you have over there. But I think it might make you love it more and have just a bigger capacity to love when you do open yourself up to new experiences and new things. Okay, I hope that was helpful in some way. But thank you for sending in your question. Everyone, please send in a voicemail. I love reading these. I love hearing your voices. You guys can also text the number that's in the episode notes below or the episode description. You can text the number. You can call that number and leave a voicemail, either or. I prefer voicemail, but also you can text and I can just have AI or Siri read it out loud to make it sound like a voice. So, okay, I'm playing a game on YouTube. So you're not even going to really be able to see what it is, but I'll just describe what it is to you. as best as I can, and then I'm guessing it. So I'm guessing the snack by emoji. So it's going to be 2 or 3 emojis. I'm not sure. And I'm going to have to guess what snack it is. I'm scared for this. I'm going to have to turn the volume down because I might get copyrighted. So this quiz is by Quiz Monster on YouTube. You can, if you want, you totally can go onto YouTube, follow along, see if you can guess it before me. Okay, so I'm going to describe them to you and then guess it. I don't know how many there are, but it's a couple minutes long. Okay, this is a poop emoji and corn. Poop corn. Popcorn. Easy. Okay, this next one is a cat and then a cat. A cat. Kit Kat. Hey, let's go. This one's butter hand. Butter hand? Butter fingers. Butterfinger. These are too easy. Either that or I'm a freaking genius. No, these are pretty easy. Okay, this one's literally an onion ring. This, I should have gone through these before because it's literally an onion and a ring. That's clearly an onion ring. I hope these get harder in the future. Are these for little kids? Did I pick one that's like for like 5th graders or something? Okay, bubble Y-B ear. What? It's a guy blowing, it's an emoji blowing a bubble, a Y, a B ear. Bubble Y beer. Bubbly beer. Oh, gummy bears. I don't think bubbly beer was a thing. I just thought maybe. I don't drink beer, so I thought maybe that's a thing. That makes sense because he was blowing a bubble with gummy bears. Okay, now I feel dumb. Okay, they got me on that one. That's good though. Goldfish. It's literally a stack of gold and a fish. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This must be a joke. This literally says M with an and sign, MS. What do you think that is, you guys? M and MS. M and M. M&Ms. Wow. Okay, this is a snake and an ear. Snake ear. Slither ear. Snake ear. Snake ear. Snickers. I didn't get it in the right time. I didn't get that one, actually. That was kind of a hard one. Son of a, this is dumb. This one is clearly chocolate chip cookie. It's a chocolate bar, a thing of chips, and a cookie. Okay, I gotta skip to the end of this to see if they possibly get harder. Cheese it. It's a cheese and the word it. I'm so sorry. Okay, this one is a plane. The letter T. Ear S. Flying T ears. Plain tears. Plantains. Planters. What the crap are planters? Okay, this one is a copying machine or a printer. Sorry, a printer. Angel S. Printer Angel S. Printer Baby S. Pringles. How the heck is that Pringles? Chicken pea. Chickpea. Easy. That one was a chicken and a pea. This one is a door, the letter E, and a foot. Dory foot. Door-E foot. Doritos. Doritos. Ah! I got it! I'm actually impressed with that one. I didn't think I was going to get that one. That came last second for me. This one is like a no sign, like the O and then the slash. A gate and an S. No gates. No gates. Nuggets. Okay, it is nuggets. That was kind of a weird one. This one's a mad emoji and corn. Mad corn. Mad corn. Frustrated corn. Blow corn. Ooh. Puff corn. The freaking crap is a puff corn? I don't even know what that is. Okay, this one's a computer and then a baby. Wait, a monitor baby. Monitor boss baby. It's the actual boss baby from the movies. Monitor boss. Monitor baby. Smolder. He's smoldering. Screen baby. Combos. Combos? Okay. This one is the letter T, train tracks, and a blender. Or a whisk. Wait, is that I think that's a whisk. Wait, it's a hand mixer. So T train mix. T trail. Wait, what is that? Trail mix. Okay, I'm actually having fun now. Apple pie. It's literally an apple and a pie. See, I don't get this. Then again, I still maybe think this is for kids. Trophy cake. Trophy. It's a trophy and then a cake. So trophy cake. Cupcake. Oh, it was a cup. It was a cup trophy. Cupcake. It's peanuts, ear, butter. Peanut butter. Peanut butter? Nutter butter. What? Why would that be? I'm an idiot. Brownie. It's the color brown than an E. It's clearly brownie. This one's like a lifeguard plus flag and then toilet paper. Flag paper. Toilet flag. Towel. Swiss roll. That's a Swiss flag? I thought that was a lifeguard flag. Okay, this one's a number 2. It's pointing into a box. Key S. 2 box keys. 2 in keys. I don't know what this is. 2 drawer keys. Twinkies. Oh, it's just in. 2 in keys. Two O's Twinkies. Okay, this is Fruit S neck or collarbone. I don't even chin. It's just showing me the collarbone up to the chin of a man. Fruit S chin. Fruit S chin. Fruit S neck. Fruit snack. Oh, I'm stupid. Let's go. Fruit snack, baby. This one. Yellow drops ZA. What is that? Drops ZA. Dropza. Tropza. Dropza. Pizza. Huh? How was that the P? How was... Oh! It's actual P. Oh! Pizza. It's not yellow drops. It's urine. It's actual pee. Wow, that feels a little bit X-rated for this kids channel. Pizza. I'm disgusted. This one's ice and then a tea. So iced tea, I'm guessing. Yep. Shocker, shocker. This one is a flag fire potato. It's probably some country's flag. I'm not good with flags. French fries. Okay, that was dumb. I'm also embarrassed that I don't know the French flag, okay? I wish I was more educated, but I'm not. This one's a bear and then a screw or a nut, I think is what that is. No, it's not a screw. That's a nut. That's a twist one. Donut? Bear nut? Donut? Is that a dough? Burger? Huh? Bear-ger. What's a ger? That's a ger? All right. Well, that was it for that stupid game. Well, I guess I had a little bit of fun playing that game. They just really threw you for loops because the one would be painfully obvious and the next one will be kind of confusing. The pizza one really got me. The fact that it wasn't yellow drops, it was just pea. Why am I supposed to assume that they would put pea drops? But maybe because it's Z, I should have said yellow drops Z. But okay, you guys, thank you for listening to another episode of Dear Abby. Love you guys. Hope you have a great weekend. Take yourself out, do something fun, and see you next week. Love you. Bye.
우회전 taking a ride to Jonathan 눈치 보면서 들어가야 할 때 찾아 나머진 바빠 개설레임 바꾸는 사람들